of the School of Social Work. We know that each one of you present here today have contributed to the growth and development of the department over these 15 years. And we are here today to felicitate and thank each one of you here for being the pillars of the School of Social Work. Before we move on to the formal program, we have a few instructions to be followed. I kindly request everyone to keep yourselves muted and turn off your videos until the end of the program. Kindly maintain the decorum of the college. We are made for goodness. We are made for love. We are made for friendliness. We are made for togetherness. We are made for all the beautiful things that you and I know. We are made to tell the world that we are one. We are all one, united with one spirit, one under the shelter of the tree. A seed that was sown a long time ago, but now it stands tall, deep-rooted with values and the efforts of great personalities of today. Good evening to one and all present here. I am Monica John, your MC for the day. I take immense pleasure to welcome you all to the Jubilee celebration of the School of Social Work. Praise the Lord in song, for he has done glorious things. Let this be known throughout the earth, says the book of Isaiah. Now, I call upon Upasana from 3rd BSW to lead us with a prayer song.
इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना, हम चले नेक रास्ते पे हमसे भूल कर भी कोई भूल होना, इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना, हम न सोचे हमें क्या मिला है, हमने सोचे किया क्या है अर्पण, हम न सोचे हमें क्या मिला है, हमने सोचे किया क्या है अर्पण, फूल खुशियों के बाटे सभी को, सबका जीवन ही बन जाए मधुबन, फूल खुशियों के बाटे सभी को, सबका जीवन ही बन जाए मधुबन, अपनी करुणा का जल तू बहा के, कर दे पावन हर एक मन का कोना, हम चले नेक रास्ते पे हमसे भूल कर भी कोई भूल होना, इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना, हम चले नेक रास्ते पे हमसे भूल कर भी कोई भूल होना, भूल कर भी कोई भूल होना, भूल कर भी कोई भूल होना।
Thank you, Upasana. On this joyous occasion of our crystal anniversary, I now invite Dr. Alan Godfrey, Head, School of Social Work, to welcome the gathering.
Good evening. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you are.
Respected Chief Guest, Dr. Rita Norona, beloved Principal, Dr. Father Victor Lobo, dear Dean, Father Augustine Luth, my colleagues from the School of Social Work, administrators from St. Joseph's College, faculty from various institutions, research scholars, NGO collaborators, alumni, students, and well-wishers. A very good evening to you all. I take pride in welcoming this virtual gathering for coming together in celebrating the Crystal Jubilee of the School of Social Work at St. Joseph's College. 15 years of social work education, practice, and research as we celebrate. We look back to the years where we have had our ups and downs. There have been many instances where we needed guidance and support, and you all have lent your hands in ways unimaginable to bring us here and stand before to say that yes, we are progressing. When we thought of this celebration, we were looking whom we need to invite as chief guest. And we had only two people in mind as we brainstormed. One among them was Dr. Rita Norona, the chief guest for this evening, Director, Center for Development Studies and Education. Dr. Rita is more like our mentor who has been with us in our department. She has been with us in the department building activity and has seen us at our tough times. We are very happy that you consented to be with us this evening, ma'am. A hearty welcome to you. We have with us our beloved principal, Dr. Father Victor Lobo, SJ. He has been a pillar of support for us. Father Victor has always encouraged us to go further, aim higher always. Bring the department to a world-class level of education is what he always aspires of us. Thank you, Father, for being a good leader for us and showing us that hard work never fails. A warm welcome to you. I extend my welcome in absence to Father Sweeper De Silva, our rector, Dr. Melvin Colasso, our registrar. Welcome to you, Father and Sir. I also welcome Dr. Father Augustine Luth, Dean, School of Social Work, for being with us today. Welcome to you, Father. This evening is made special because of the participants who have joined us in this celebration. In fact, when I welcomed the chief guest, I said we had only two people in our mind. One I have welcomed already, that is Dr. Rita Norona, and the other person whom we thought of was Father Joy James SJ, Vice President, Indian Social Institute, Bengaluru, and the Secretary for Jesuit Higher Education in South Asia. I am happy that Father is with us in the two-day celebration. A hearty welcome to you, Father. I was curious to see who our audience in this two-day celebration are, and I was surprised and happy to see many well-wishers from various institutes such as the Acharya Institute, St. Claret's College, Andhra Christian Theological College, Bengaluru North University, Bible Society of India, Biocon Academy, Christu Jayanti College, Madras School of Social Work, Christ University, and many other institutions who are represented here. A warm welcome to you all. We also have with us our esteemed collaborators from several organizations such as Vimochana, Planet Hope Foundation, Dia Foundation, TCS, SVA Mental Health Services, Makkala Jagruti, Loyola Vikas Kendra, the Karnataka Skill Development Corporation, Good Business Lab Foundation, Durga, Dream India Network, and many other organizations. The list is quite big, so I'm just cutting it short, but I place on record my heartfelt welcome and gratitude to all of you. This evening wouldn't be meaningful if this population isn't acknowledged. The alumni of our institution who are serving on board with different organizations at various capacities. We proudly call them our torchbearers who are in the field creating men and women for and with others. We are proud of you and your work. A hearty welcome to each of our alumni. We have with us our well-wishers, parents, and associates from different agencies. I welcome you all. Last but not the least, with a great heart, I warmly welcome all my students of the School of Social Work and my own colleagues, the staff of our school and our college, for being with us this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for that warm welcome. Transformation is a process, and as life happens, there are tons of ups and downs. It's a journey of discovery. There are moments on mountain tops and moments in deep valley of despair. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. I call upon Dr. Father Augustine Lourdes, OFM, the Dean, School of Social Work, to take us through this journey of 15 years.
Dear friends, good evening to all of you. This is really a joyful occasion for all of us because someone has planted the seed, someone has watered, and today we are celebrating the fruits of it. I'm pretty sure it has been 15 years of hard work, 15 years of research, and there are hundreds and hundreds of people who are putting hard work to make this into a great school of social work. Today, I'm extremely happy and proud to be part of this Crystal Jubilee celebration of the School of Social Work, dear friends. And they asked me, there are so many heads of the departments already with us. They have inspired their students. Today, those students are in the field inspiring others. They have transformed them so that they might transform others. And I'm extremely glad today to run through the 15 years of the journey of the institution. I'm pretty sure it should have been done by our former head of the departments who are part and parcel of this show. But I was given this great responsibility. And I remember the inspiration given by Dr. Father Ambrose Pinto. The man, even though he did not belong to our department, he was the first one to inspire us and motivate us. And after that, we have a continuous work in the field, continuous transformation of the society. And every head of the department is remembered with lots of appreciation today. Every PG coordinator is remembered with a lot of appreciation today. Every principal is remembered a lot of appreciation. And all the faculty members of our college. I think it's important to note why we have to celebrate Crystal Jubilee. I found 3 reasons why we must, as we remember the giants of our department, as we remember other people, why we need to celebrate this. You know, I've been a great fan of Dr. Ambedkar. I always tell my students that we are sons and daughters of Dr. Ambedkar. Yeah, somebody will say, oh, father is always speaking about Dr. Ambedkar. We choose to be Shudras, I used to tell, because a passion for the vulnerable community, a social concern for the weaker section of our society. That's why we are not by birth Shudras, but because by our choice. I think this great inspiration has been handed down in the School of Social Work, that we are with the vulnerable community and we will fight with the vulnerable community. Dr. Ambedkar has been a great inspiration for all of us. I think with his words also, educate, organize, and agitate. I think this department has handed over that we are for the vulnerable members of our society today. I want to celebrate that. I want to celebrate that for the last 15 years, we have reached out to people in need, especially to the vulnerable communities. And we also want to celebrate the other things, as you say, the early sociologists would define community as people with a we feeling. But when a social action came into play, I think Strauss in 1978 defines social organization as a network of people who come together for a social action to transform the society. And I think the School of Social Work with the different heads, different PG coordinators, different faculties, one thing was very clear. It was a network for social action towards social transformation. That's why I tell all the heads of the department today, the PG coordinator, all the faculties who've been here, hats off you to you, sir. Hats off you to ma'am, because you are part of a social action for social transformation. And we celebrate another reason is we look forward to the future. Our own present students who are there, the most active and vibrant students. We look back at our alumni who are in the field, who look back to the future, who look at the future, so that we can continue the great work that has started by our founders. Today, I'd like to appreciate all the heads of the department, all the PG coordinators, all the alumnus of our college, especially from the department and School of Social Work. Guys, you have made us proud. And today we celebrate on behalf of all that. Let this Crystal Jubilee celebration remind us of our commitment towards academics, towards social transformation, and towards improving our society. And as we begin this, I pray to God that we may continue the good work that has been put by our forefathers, as well as the future may be one of great inspiration. As Father Principal always says, I want this school to be the best school in the world. I want this school to be the best school in India. We wish and pray for that. Let this celebration inspire us, motivate us. Once again, hats off to all the founders, to all the heads of the departments. Your work shines in us today, and we appreciate for what you have been. Thank you so much for this opportunity, and continue to celebrate the social transformation in our own hearts. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Father. A leader is like a shepherd. He stays behind the flock, letting the most nimble go out ahead, whereupon the others follow, not realizing that all along they're being directed from behind. I now kindly request Reverend Dr. Father Victor Lobo SJ, Principal, St. Joseph's College Autonomous, to speak a few words to the gathering.
Good evening.
Good evening, Father.
Okay. But I was not very clear about the voice. Is it that I have to speak now?
Yes,
Yes,
Father.
Yes,
Father.
Father.
Yes, because the audio is not too clear. Okay. Dear Dean Father Augustine and Alan Godfrey, the coordinator, the chief guest, Dr. Rita Norona, and all the students, the staff, parents, and the well-wishers. At the outset, congratulations to you, and you celebrate this Crystal Jubilee of your school. I think this year, and you celebrating Crystal Jubilee, our college has become a university, and Department of Social Work has become the School of Social Work. Hence, my message is this: Sarvodaya through Antyodaya. This year we are celebrating the 500th anniversary of the conversion of St. Ignatius. And we are all having a lot of celebrations at Ignatian month. And one of the important things Ignatius says is our Magis. Do more. We are not satisfied with mediocre, but we have to do more. Whatever the best we do, we should still do better. The second thing is very relevant is from our general congregation, service of faith and promotion of justice. That's very important. We serve the society based on this service of faith and promotion of justice. Hence, whenever the students of this school pass out, I tell them, think alternatively. Not I don't want to think in the box. Think out of the box. Be creative thinkers. Be critical thinkers. And have alternative models of development wherever you are. Maybe in a small place or to our state or the country. Certain models, in fact, I had given to you when I met you as a department, remember. And I want you to carry out that you should have alternative thinking, creative and critical thinking. Thus, we Josephites don't walk the trodden path, but we create a path for others. Then, our service should always be to the people, especially those who are poor, the marginalized, and those who are on the margins of society. They are our target group first, and for whom we have to educate, for whom we have to give our service to. Therefore, we have to start with, I said, Sarvodaya through Antyodaya. That means we have to start with the least, then development of all. That doesn't mean that only we go to the poor and others leave out. No, our service for all, but the best service should go to the poorest, the poor. That was Father Peter and Kolonbaga said, the best we should give to the poor. And this year we got another example, the model Father stands on, you know that. 40 years of his life is spent in service for the tribals and for their rights. And there are great models like him. There are so many other models in our country, even Ambedkar, Gandhiji. There are so many models. And we have to not only imitate these models, can we also become alternative models? Not only imitators of these people. We have to become alternative models in our country as per the present times. So once again, I wish you all well. Congratulations. And let us have this aim, Sarvodaya through Antyodaya. Thank you very much. Have a nice Jubilee celebration.
Thank you, Father, for always being there for the department and always encouraging us in the activities that we undertake. Thank you once again. On this occasion, we pay respect to Father Ambrose Pinto, SJ. We remember his legacy and contributions to humanity and to celebrate a heroic life. The life of Father Ambrose reminds us that it always seemed impossible until it was done. Through his life, he has taught us that we can choose a world defined not by differences, but by a common hope. We can choose a world defined not by conflict, but by peace, justice, and opportunity. Father Ambrose Pinto called a spade and was a brave man. It was this quality that enabled him to take real pressing issues and head on and be a beacon to many underprivileged communities. It is with great pride that we say that he was one of the pioneers of the Department of Social Work. Now we shall play a short video.
On January 3rd, 2018, Reverend Dr. Father Ambrose Pinto S.J. passed away. He was the principal of the college, a social activist, a professor of political science, and a faithful Jesuit. This evening, we remember his love, passion for the poor, the Dalits, and the downtrodden. Father Ambrose's contribution to writing, to social advocacy, and his passion for educational reforms needs great appreciation. Father Ambrose touched many lives and inspired thousands of students and others.
One of the great pillars and a true activist of the department was Sister Valsa. She inspired, challenged, motivated, moved, and led students to action through her teaching and mentorship. We are sad that her life was cut short by COVID, but she will truly be missed and remain in our hearts forever. Now, I invite Dr. Christina Rabinathan, former head School of Social Work and a very close friend of Sister Valsa, to pay her tribute.
Good evening, one and all. Respected Madam Rita Norona, Father Principal, Dr. Godfrey, Ms. Lata, and students of the department. I deem it a great pleasure to be here this evening and pay tribute to one of the best activists and a best friend of mine who was in the department. As you have been hearing, we didn't leave one stone unturned, a leaf unturned in the department. We were able to do so much to the department, and Sister Valsa was a pillar to me. Of course, missing her was something like as if I've missed an organ of the body. Sister was close to me, and every decision I used to take, Sister used to be with me to take the decision. And this is the way that we brought shape to the department, and we did contribute so much to the professionalism of social work. And now that Sister is not there, I do remember the words she has spoken, the principles she had given, and the decisions she had made for me, and the advice she gave for me. Hope to meet Sister one day in heaven. I once again congratulate the department for bringing it, taking forward to this level. And I'm sure Dr. Godfrey would do immense things. And with this, I say all the best to all, one and all present there. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Definitely, words fall short to speak of the contributions of these great personalities we talk of today. I'm sure that even in their absence, the School of Social Work is blessed to have had them and their guidance. Now, I request Professor Viola Narona, Professor, School of Social Work, to introduce the chief guest for the day.
Thank you, Monica. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am, you are.
Good evening, everyone. To be inspired is great, but to inspire is an honor. We have one such inspirational person with us, Dr. Rita Norona, a social worker, an activist, a leader, an educationist, a researcher, and I deem it my greatest privilege to introduce her to you. Dr. Rita Norona has about 50 years of experience in the field of social work, of which she has served in School of Social Work, Roshni Nilaya, Mangalore, for about 40 years in various capacities as a professor and dean of the PG Department of Social Work. I take pride in saying that I have had the opportunity to attend her classes and workshops during my student days. Dr. Rita Norona has contributed to the field of social work research through projects on different social issues like child labor, bonded labor, empowerment of women, and gender sensitization. In the past, she has served in various organizations and committees involved in human development at the local, state, and national level. She continues to function as member of some organizations such as governing body as well as general body of Karnataka Regional Organization for Social Service Bangalore, general body member of National Association of Street Vendors of India, New Delhi, and member of Town Vending Committee, MCC, Mangalore. She has to her credit publications of articles and booklets related to social work education, sustainable development, women and development, gender issues in human development, as well as manuals for trainers on continuing education, competency building among women members of the Panchayati Raj bodies, and for the facilitators of good governance. Dr. Norona has also made significant contribution by her sustained involvement in human development related issues such as gender justice, promotion of rights of farmers and street vendors, and holistic health promotion, to name a few. She is also involved in projects in collaboration with Government of Karnataka. Currently, Dr. Norona is the director of Center for Development Studies and Education in Mangalore. We are thrilled that Dr. Rita Norona is with us during this Crystal Jubilee celebration. She is truly a great source of inspiration to my colleagues and me. It is an honor to have you with us, ma'am. Once again, on behalf of the School of Social Work, St. Joseph's College, a warm welcome to you, ma'am, and I request you to take over the session.
Thank you, Viola. Are you all able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? Okay.
Yes.
Respected Reverend Fathers, my colleagues in the field of social work and in practice, social work practice, as well as my dear young co-learners. I would call you my co-learners because I consider myself as a student even today, as a learner. And I'm happy to be with you during this celebration of the Crystal anniversary. 15 years of 15th year milestone you have crossed. And I'm happy to be a part of this celebration, mainly because of two reasons. One, that Father Ambrose Pinto was somebody whom I knew. I was inspired by his writings and his quest for justice and work. His vision was to give primary attention when he started School of Social Work, Department of Social Work that time in SJEC, to community development, the field of community organization, work among the most neglected and marginalized groups, an area which is usually considered as something not very attractive by a lot of entrants to social work education. But one of the most significant areas of intervention that is needed today for justice, for human rights promotion. So this is one of the major reasons that as a writer, as a social activist, as a publication person, as an educator, Father Ambrose has been an instrument of a lot of change. So because of his, the involvement in the college from the very start, you have a very good foundation for social justice work in SJEC, and I appreciate that very much. Secondly, I've been associated with the Department of Social Work under the leadership of Father Victor to do a participatory analysis, where I have seen the kind of enthusiasm, the desire for change, the desire to make a difference that are there among the students as well as the staff in particular. And this makes me feel that I am a part of, your family, for having gone through this, analysis with you and being a part of the striving that you have towards building a newer society. Now, coming to the question that you have, the subject that you have given me to speak, relevance of social work education in the online era. Now, the information revolution era, which has access to unlimited, call as mind-boggling amount of access to information, all types of information, ideas, even practical instruction, skills teaching, and so forth. Is social work education relevant? Now, as a student, again, I would repeat, in the field of social work education, practice, research, and so forth, and being involved, having had a lot of opportunities, access to opportunities to be involved with people, not as a know-all expert, but as a learner who is seeking answers to many questions and even questioning the answers which are given. I would like to say that when speaking of relevance of social work, we need to go beyond what we call as online and offline kind of a debate. I would say that what we need to do, ask is certain very primary questions. If persons from social and physical sciences, even history, artists, musicians, theater persons, poets, writers, journalists, health service persons, engineers, technologists, I would say agricultural scientists, environmental specialists, the mind-boggling areas of unidisciplinary and multidisciplinary practices. A lot of positive contribution is emerging from all, these arenas to society and to change interventions. They are contributing in one way or the other. Many of them are contributing to personal and behavioral change through a lot of interventions. They are contributing to team building, human relations, transformation interventions. They are contributing to societal interventions at various levels, from the local, regional, to the national, to the global also, in many ways. Practically in all spheres of human endeavor, you have people practicing social welfare, you have people contributing to human development, sustainable development, health promotion, inclusive of mental health promotion, to human rights, to social justice issues, through advocacy and what we call as activism, through policy and legal transformation related work, legal change related work. Now, social work in this scenario of multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary kind of an involvement, very social work, education, where do we need, do we need social work educational institutions to contribute to the process of personal, I would say, institutional and cultural, social and cultural transformation. Transformation of mindsets, transformation of social institutions, transformation of cultures of injustice, institutions of injustice. So do we need social work? If a person like, P.N. Krishna, a musician, you must have read some of his books, like, especially one on Karnataka musical tradition, Sebastian and Sons. And if persons like that could unearth the deep-rooted casteist undertones and hierarchies and influence large number of people, if persons like, let's say, from background like Dr. Ambedkar, a prominent figure in the making of our constitution, which is basis in justice, equality, liberty, and fraternity. underlying the dignity of every human person, irrespective of who they are. There are so many who are making a contribution. We need social work, educational institutions to make a difference, to make a contribution. Are they relevant in today's time? Whether it is an online era or an offline era does not matter. Because today, online and offline is something that we have to, all of us use, as instruments of education. Now, coming to the process of, I would say some of the speakers, Father Vincent and my other colleagues have spoken about the need for, the transformation. The need for transformation, not only of the institutions, not only of culture, not only of societies from, as I said, global to the higher, various levels, regional, national, even global. The transformation has to begin with self. How does social work education contribute to these processes of transformation of self? A self that is so full of contradictions, multiple selves, I would call it. Has social work education contributed to the transformation of the self or the multiple selves which are so full of contradictions? A self that has gender, the self that has religious identity, a self that has a regional, a linguistic, a national identity, a self that has a caste identity, a self that has, many other forms of social identities. Unless the change begins with self, the kind of discrimination that we have internalized, that we reflect upon, and social work education helps us to reflect and alter this, mindsets of discrimination. Deep-rooted, historically rooted, intergenerational discrimination through deeper study and analysis of society as well as reflection of society, which is we as individual selves. Can social work education make a big difference? Yes, some emerge. Some do social justice work. Pointed out a number of persons, Sister Valsa. And so forth. There are from social work education institutions, immense lot of, talent has come out and have made a dent, made a contribution. Not only at the local, regional, national, even global levels, you have social workers who have made a remarkable contribution, no doubt. But we are talking of is social work education today capable of addressing? Is it taking the challenge of addressing the so many grave challenges of today? I'm sure all of you are watching Olympics games and who's winning the medal. We are very happy when Indians win. One of the sights that gave immense joy to me was when this Olympian like Barsim of Qatar, could offer to share the gold with his competitor, Italy's Tamberi, in a high jump event. Both of them got 2.37, meters, high jump length. And when Barsim said, I'm going to share, this gold, I will give up competing in the last round. After 3 attempts were made, both of them could not go beyond 2.37. They said, okay, we can give you one more trial. So the Qatar, the Italy fellow, Tamberi, withdrew from the game. But what did Barsim do? He could have played, he could have won the gold alone by competing because there was no competitor. But this man asked the people, can I, in case I do not compete now, I do not again take the chance to do that, can the gold be shared between the two of us? And they said, yes, you can. And you could see the man, Italy's Tamberi, jumping with joy, rolling, hugging him. What it showed, the commentators also say, that the human spirit of excellence, the sportsmanship, it goes beyond what you call as color, ethnicity, religion, and so forth. Everything becomes irrelevant when it comes to that human spirit of excellence. When it comes to humanity, deep down we are all essentially that humane, the divine reflected in each one of us. Our social work education help us to bring out that divine that is there, the humane that is there within each one of us. There are many people across the globe today, across our nation state, around us, who are engaged in this quest for justice and dignity, for the life of dignity for the most vulnerable, for the socially excluded, for those who are denied their rights, those whose lands, those whose control over forests that has been taken over from them. They're denied their common property, rights over the common property in the quest for a global economic model, which is a corporate model. Is social work education relevant? Now, in order to make this social work relevant, education very relevant, to make our social work, educational schools or colleges relevant, which are part of universities and part of private institutions or university complexes. There are a few fundamental questions that we need to ask. What is the institutional and cultural ambience? First of all, what is the history of social work? Historical developments of social work. When did it emerge? Why did it emerge? What were the roots of social work? And what are the limits that social work profession has reached today in terms of addressing a whole lot of issues of human justice and human rights? The second issue is the institutional and cultural ambience within which social work education is imparted. Is it a hierarchical ambience or a democratic ambience? Does it encourage dissent and critique? Or does it repress dissent? Does it discipline people to be obedient? Or does it encourage dissenting voices? Does it nurture quest for questioning answers? Again, this is very important. So what's the cultural and institutional ambience of these? Can we change these to make them justice-centered if they are not? So that they can really become an instrument for justice, instrument for training facilitators for justice, instruments for words and actions that correlate. The third issue, besides history and institutional cultural ambience, I'm talking of the third issue, which is the curriculum, the co-curriculum, the theoretical and practical. What is the philosophical and multidisciplinary depth that is being offered in our curriculum? Is there a philosophical depth? Are the sensitivities, perspectives, competencies based on deeper analysis? Is the curriculum oriented towards what you call as the anti-discriminatory practices, action reflection pedagogies? Is it oriented towards self-critical practice and social critique, local to the global? Is it? How have we, for example, we've had people like Father Ambrose, Stan, and so forth. I was fortunate to have been trained under Father Stan. One of the things I learned from Father Stan was applying structural analysis to the situation. And his life, his words, his way of relating to us was, a totally an impactful thing, very touching. And it is from lives like that we learned a lot of lessons, to practice some of it in our own life to the extent, possible. So my questions are based on some of these issues of trying to work on how do we develop a curriculum that facilitates the development of sensitivities, concern, commitment for the excluded sections, non-violence, non-hatred, whoever they might be, whatever their ideologies are. We have no right to hate anyone. Let us look at the people, irrespective of who they are, with dignity and respect. Not hate anyone. At the same time, by humanizing ourselves, by trying to remove the contradictions within ourselves, let us be, as Father was also saying, let us be alternative models of justice, for concern, for commitment, to work among the socially excluded, to engage with them in critical studies and reflection, engage with them on the basis of the rights that have been given to them by the Constitution and by the legal instrument, by the international legal instrument to which India is a signatory, as far as standard. We have to sharpen our perspectives, theoretical perspectives, learn new things, new frameworks of analysis, bring out a lot of literature, read widely. And Father Ambrose is one of those who has shown us the way to this department. So I'm very happy you have the legacy from Father Ambrose. Essential to the process of facilitating transformation. Not only self-transformation, but also institutional transformation, but also socio-cultural kind of transformation, which leads to more of a holistic kind of a health promotion, holistic kind of, I would say, human well-being, sustainability of all life forms, sustainability of also of the food chain, along with all life forms. So, and to address the issues of hunger, poverty, joblessness, which are very rampant, where concentration of wealth in the hands of some people, taking over of resources, land, water, resource monopoly, the issues of pollution, the garbage accumulation, the pandemics that are spreading today. How do we really address some of these issues as social work in social work education? So, friends, these are my concerns. So I do not want to take much of your time, though there is a lot that we can discuss and deliberate upon today. And you have crossed the 15th year of your milestone. During the next 10 years, when you celebrate your silver jubilee, can you have certain roadmaps? Become a model of justice, education with justice, which is your foundation. Do not lose track of that. That which we are proud of as far as Department of Social Work and the School of Social Work now in the University of St. Joseph's College, Bangalore. So thank you very much for inviting me to share a few of these views with you. I hope I have been relevant and have done justice to the topic that was given to me, the relevance of social work education in an online era. Online, there is a lot that is there, positives and negatives, a lot of information that can be factual, truthful, that can be false and full of lies. Online can have positive effects, it can have negatives. So let us use the positives. Let us use the positive of the online system and let us keep our human touch, which cannot come from images online alone, but through circulation of human energies, positive human energies. A look of compassion, a touch of compassion, words of compassion, actions of partnership, networking. Now, this cannot come only from online interactions. It has to come from direct interactions and person-to-person touch. So I wish you all the very best in your quest in laying down clear milestones for the Silver Jubilee. Thank you for calling me and all the very best to you.
Thank you, ma'am, for the thought-provoking talk, and we truly will take what you have said forward. We are blessed to have had you as our chief guest at this Crystal Anniversary celebration for the School of Social Work. The department is honored and privileged to have you journey with us over the years and to guide us, motivate us, and inspire us. And we continue to look forward to your support and guidance in the years to come. Thank you once again.
Thank you, thanks. You're doing a job. You're doing a good job. Very nice.
Thank you, ma'am. We are happy to release the newsletter of the School of Social Work at this Crystal Anniversary celebration. This newsletter has been brought to us by the dedicated efforts of Dr. Ramagopula Krishnan, Professor, School of Social Work, and his team, Srinidhi, Mini, Amal, Rupika, Arjun, and Harris. We will now release the newsletter in the midst of our chief guest and all of you present here. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the first newsletter from the School of Social Work, The Reach Out. Congratulations to Dr. Gokul and his team. The School of Social Work has grown from a seed to a sapling, from a sapling to a tree. On this journey, it has been accompanied by various personalities who have nurtured and helped to accomplish what it has been today. Let us all witness these people in this short video.
St. Joseph's College Autonomous, Bengaluru is a premier higher education institution run by Jesuits. Jesuits continue to impart Jesuit education to all the students. The Department of Social Work at St. Joseph's College is a great department. I truly considered this department as the face of St. Joseph's College. When I was the principal and rector of St. Joseph's College Autonomous, Bengaluru, I had a great exposure to this department, and I truly liked the activities of this department. When they today step into the 15th year and complete the 15th year in the college as a department, I would like to congratulate the department and all the members of the department and the faculty who really led this department to another level altogether. My little experiences in this department, as I said, I consider this department as the most credible department of the college. Why? Because this was a department which really took forward the vision of the Jesuits to become men and women for and with others. I used to visit the camps when they were conducted in different places, made in Kollegal or in Mysore region or in Shivamogga region. So I used to go along with the students and spend 1 or 2 days with them. That gave me a true exposure to the field work and the camps they conducted. And that experience I can never forget. Also, another experience I had was taking these students to Belgium, and some of our faculty members from the department joined, like Kiran Jeevan and Lata Paul. And when the students came to India from Belgium, they took care of the students so well. That was another wonderful experience I still remember and cherish. Today, I would like to pray for the department and wish all the best to this department when it completes its 15th year and moves on to the 16th year and ahead. May God bring His choicest blessings into this department and all the members of the faculty and the old students and the present students. May it rise from height to height. God bless you. Thank you.
The Social Work Department in St. Joseph's Arts and Science College at Bangalore is the dream and vision of the late Reverend Father Ambrose Pinto S.J. Enjoy the heavenly bliss. I also want to congratulate the staff and students of the Social Work Department for their achievement till today and the contribution that they have made to the students and the society. The social work studies offers an integrated approach towards education. It forms the students to be leaders through various theories, skills, and practical experiences gained from the field. The students are trained to evaluate and analyze the layers of life realities around them. In return, they are made to be catalysts to the other. Today, the department is happy because the students who have passed out from the department are working, are doing wonderful works very happy and enriched to be part of this department from 2009 to 2013. It was an enriching experience, and I still cherish today the life and the interaction, the sharings that we had with our students. I want to wish all the success to the staff and students, and also I wish and pray the department will become an instrument in enlightening the young minds who come there for their studies. Wish you every success and God bless you.
Hello everyone, my dearest Josephites. I'm Dr. Sheetal John. This is truly a joyous moment to be part of this celebration. When I joined Joseph's as head of the department, I was very enthusiastic to start the Department of Social Work, both MSW and BSW. I'm happy that I got an opportunity to contribute my education and experience to the growth and development of the department, which was equally supported by Father Ambrose Pinto. The memories are nostalgic in the phases of the development. Today I am indeed happy to see the department has grown to the leaps and bounds. On this occasion, I would like to remember Father Ambrose Pinto, who supported me and gave me a lot of freedom to establish the department. Always he encouraged me to give an opportunity to the underprivileged and rural students to enroll them in the course. I remember his concern for poor students. At times during lunchtime, he used to come near the canteen and walk all around the college and quietly watch the students. I was wondering why he is doing like that, but later I found out that he was helping the students with lunch coupons who were not able to bring lunch due to poverty and other reasons. This was an eye-opener to me and felt so humbled about his one act of compassion for the students. This love and compassion has changed the life of students. Due to my family reasons, I had to shift to Mumbai. Given a choice, I would wanted to stay back and continue my teaching. Anyway, on this occasion, I would like to encourage all the students and the department to always carry the heart of servant leadership and reach out to the needy. I'm sure definitely the sincere hard work will surely fetch the great harvest. I congratulate the department and all the students on the successful completion journey of 15 years and wishing you all a great journey ahead. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone. First of all, I would like to thank the School of Social Work for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts about my social work department. It gives me a lot of joy to share and express my views of this 15 years of experiences, 15 years of service what the department has catered to. First of all, I would again like to congratulate the social work department, but now it's a school. Must say that it was really a wonderful experience when I was a student and when I was a faculty at SJC in the BSW department. So I studied in 2012 and passed out in 2014. Back then we had Kiran sir as our HOD and Rajendra sir was our mentor, Akshay sir, Varun sir, Nirmal sir, and Savita ma'am and Sister Valsa. So these were my teachers, and all of these amazing people had a single objective, is to make the students to be a professional social workers. And I am what I am today is because of my teachers. And I must say that the best part of my life and the best part of my experience with social work department was in the year 2013 to 14. That's when I completed my research. So the research is which helped me to identify where I am and what I am trying to do with my life and with others' life, specifically with the concern of grave diggers in Bangalore City. I must thank Social Work Department for making the research as a very important milestone for each and every social workers to go through, and which has uplifted my life, and because of which in the year 2016 I had to convert my research into action research, and I had to upgrade my skills, and I had to practice my theories in practical in the graveyard, and help me to understand who are these people. Especially in the class, we always discuss about the grave diggers or any marginalized community. Who are these marginalized community? Why their human rights being violated? So why only their generations are suffering so much in this mainstream society? So these kind of questions, these kind of thoughts, which emerged when I was a student and which helped me to identify them with the practices of fieldwork that I had and with the research that I had to complete. So here I am as a social worker, standing in front of you and identifying people, grave diggers or any community for that matter, and reaching out to them to be resourceful and making them as a community leaders as well. So in this pandemic, how we have seen the human rights being violated, and how as the department that you have put forth your objectives, put forth your ethos to uplift the poor, uplift the most vulnerable. And I salute the institution and the department, School of Social Work, for bringing some change, bringing some positive vibe during this pandemic. Quickly, I would like to also conclude by saying the three things that I like about department, what I've seen the department grow in this 15 years is perseverance, then identifying and creating a space for young social workers to experiment. Third is to mentor and help them grow professionally, which these three elements I have witnessed in this past 15 years. I have seen students, and I have visited the college for Viva and as a guest faculty and things like that, but I have seen this growth in the department, and the best part of the department is getting updated. And they've been updating themselves in syllabus and in teaching practices and the fieldwork, which is the backbone of the true social worker. And once again, it is a huge responsibility for a department to move towards the school, and I'm pretty sure each and every teachers here who you got are doing justice for what they are, and I congratulate once again to the School of Social Work, and Jai Hind.
Hi, good morning. My name is Joel. I worked in St. Joseph's College from 2010 to 2012, and as I heard that it is the 15th year celebration, I would like to wish the department and the college to be bright teachers for many days of this meeting.
Hi, I am Lieutenant Akshini Mandlik, and as we celebrate this 15th year of our existence as a School of Social Work, then the department, as a former head of department, I like to wish each and everyone who has contributed to building this department at presently the school, and I am sure that the department is going to go a long way, providing excellence in education as well as in research and various other dimensions, what the scope of social work encourages us to explore. I'm sure of course, we have always ensured that the department provides grassroots level of interaction to all its students, and I am sure that's one of our strong points, which is still inculcated through other than mentor, I would say, Father Ambrose Pinto, who was very grassroots oriented, and I'm happy that in these 15 years, each and every student who has passed out or is still in the department is able to inculcate a sense of dignity, and in the way we portray the profession has been fabulous. The journey has been excellent. Me also being an old student, an alumni of the department, and now presently a faculty, I like to wish all my faculties, all my students the very best. The present or the first dean of the School of Social Work and the first head of department of the School of Social Work the very best. I'm sure you guys are going to be taking it to the next level, and I am sure one day we will be in the top rankings of this country as one of the best schools of social work. And till we get there, I'm sure everybody is going to be putting in a lot of hard work. But to celebrate this 15th year, I'd like to really wish each and every one of you the very best, and congratulations to making it so far. God bless and all the very best.
Hi, my name is Kaveri Nidapa. I taught very briefly at the department in 2014. I taught there only for a semester. I was replacing somebody else. But I was also lucky that I was a student of the department between 2010 and 2012. And I know that those 2 years have been personally and politically transformative for me in many ways. Congratulations, first of all, for turning 15. And I think at this momentous juncture for the department, I hope the department continues to instill deep empathy in students and a very strong sense of justice. And to do that, I think it's important that we make students think critically more and more. I mean, we've seen the absence of all this more so in the last 1 year. And I really hope that we're able to, in our teaching, in our practices, in the values we impart to students. I think it's really important, and it's just so necessary now that we make students question unjust practices and inequitable structures, and also instill hope and optimism that, different ways of living and different ways of just existing in society is possible. I think one of the biggest failures is that we've kind of lost hope that change is possible, and I think our department, through our advocacy programs or through our teaching or through our community mobilization, etc., can instill in students this hope that collectively we can change our present. So this is what I wanted to say. Thank you very much, and once again, congratulations for turning 15.
Hello everyone, my name is Jackson. Currently I'm in Canada, in British Columbia. I work here as a behavioral technician in the social work field. I did my master's from Joseph's in the period of 2012 to 14, and after that I joined there as a guest faculty, and it was 2014 to 15, and that was my first job, and it was a fabulous period, and I would say that it was a really good start for me in my career, and working in the department gave me a really good experience and a really wonderful colleagues who were always there to help and support me. In this prestigious occasion of celebrating 15th year of social work at St. Joseph's College, I would like to thank everyone, each and everyone, for giving me an opportunity to be a part of this department. And I would like to convey my sincere wishes to the social work department. And I wish success to all its ventures now and in the future. Thank you so much, guys, and stay healthy and stay safe. Thank you.
My dearest colleagues and students past and present of the Department of Social Work, St. Joseph's College. My name is Nirmal Joseph Das, and I graduated in 2009 from my master's program at the department and joined as faculty in the year 2012 and taught up to 2016. And this journey has been very enriching, very encouraging. A lot of things that I've learned and unlearned, and it has been a journey of hope. That's what I would like to say. A journey of amazing memories, great colleagues. We spent some tremendous times together. And considering the fact that we were a department that was established to work amongst the poorest of poor, amongst the disadvantaged and the voiceless, I'm very proud to say that we still continue carrying that tradition. And I wish everyone at the department the best of luck, and thank you so much for this opportunity, and I'm sure you will continue molding students for a better tomorrow as change agents and as transformative actors who would probably make this place, this community, the nation and the world a better place to live in. And congratulations and joining in your celebrations. All the very best, and thank you so much.
I wish our School of Social Work gain success in its endeavor to create committed and professional social workers.
Hi everyone, this is Nitin here. First of all, let me start by saying congratulations, Department of Social Work, which is now School of Social Work. It's been a long journey, 15 years, and it's unbelievable how 15 years have gone by so quick. For me personally, it all started in 2006 when St. Joseph's College introduced the Bachelor's of Social Work. Brand new course, the first batch. I was also lucky to do MSW at the same college. There is so much that St. Joseph's College, the campus Department of Social Work, offers. In a way, for me, dream came true. This is something that I really love to do. This is a profession that I will never change. And it was such a beautiful start. It changes you as a person for the better. It changes your outlook to the world, outlook on people. It changes and opens up your mind, it broadens your mind so much that you develop continuously. I'd like to say all the best to everyone who's put in so much work to make this happen. And it's such a great news, and I'm so proud to have heard that the Department of Social Work is now the School of Social Work. I'd like to congratulate each one of you, all the students, faculty, campus, for helping building dreams, for helping everyone achieve their dreams. Thank you so much for this opportunity of listening to me, and thank you so much for everything that St. Joseph's College and the Department of Social Work has offered to me personally. I want to wish you again all the best. Stay safe and do the best.
Greetings to everyone. I take this opportunity to congratulate the Department of Social Work for reaching the milestone of 15 years of service with the student community. It's all because of the hard work and dedication shown by the faculty fraternity and management. I still remember the days with the first batch of social work students at St. Joseph's College. It's been a wonderful memory. The camps that they attended, the rallies, the workshops, the seminars, and all kinds of activities that they did on the campus. I also remember and pay homage to Father Ambrose Pinto, who had actually invited me and then provided me the opportunity to be part of the Department of Social Work at St. Joseph's College. I wish the entire team all the best, and you will be able to achieve greater heights with the same dedication and hard work that you have been showing for the past 15 years. Thank you.
This is Dr. Christina. I was in the Department of Social Work from the year 2009 to 2013. I wish the students, the staff, the very best in all their endeavors. May God bless each and every one of you. May our professionalism of social work grow in you. So, all the best in whatever you pick. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Varun Jagannath. I was a former student and a former faculty member of the Department of Social Work, St. Joseph's College. I worked with the department from the year 2010 to 2016. It was a great and memorable and enriching experience studying and teaching at the department. It gives me immense pleasure and happiness to see the department grow in such a manner. I want to congratulate the department on completing 15 years of existence. The seed sown by Reverend Father Ambrose Pinto SJ is finally starting to bear fruits. I'm really happy for this, and I want to wish the department many more successful years ahead. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Nikita. My relationship with the Department of Social Work, St. Joseph's College, started in the year 2013 when I joined for my master's degree. The course and the faculty widened my knowledge in different walks of life. It was here that I discovered myself. It was here that I learned to challenge myself. And it was here where I learned to do better for myself and for the others. And though we finished our course, the department was always there to back us when we needed it. I was given the privilege to be a faculty in this energetic department, yet again giving me an opportunity to explore, to facilitate, and to learn from this experience. And like the process of metamorphosis, the Department of Social Work emerged to be the School of Social Work. I pride myself to be part of this celebration of 15 years of excellence and a journey towards many, many more laurels and achievements. So here's wishing St. Joseph's College, School of Social Work, a very happy Crystal Anniversary.
My name is Dr. S. Ramagopal Krishnan, Gokul for short. I am an assistant professor and the research coordinator at the School of Social Work, St. Joseph's College. I did my bachelor's and master's from our own college. I did my bachelor's in history, economics and political science and master's in social work, specializing in community development. I cleared my NET and JRF in the year 2013 and I completed my PhD in 2017. I was working in another college before I joined Joseph's in 2019 and that's about it. My area of specialization is youth, slums and a bit of mental health as well. Thank you.
I think it was towards the end of 2009 that I got a call from Father Ambrose Pinto asking if I could contribute to the St. Joseph's College Department of Social Work. And what I'd assumed was that he was asking me for some support with curriculum or with support with accepting students into Samvada as part of fieldwork. But what he really wanted me to do was to join the social work department and be a part of co-creating and evolving the way that the department worked. And it was really an exciting group of people that I was working with. It was invaluable. They brought experiences from the years of being in different kinds of organizations, of being in academia. So it was really a meeting place for people from academics and practitioners and activists. And a beautiful balance of the creative tension in those conversations, the idea of rigor, the idea of action, the idea of being responsive. All this was part of our departmental discussions and also discussions within the classroom. And I think students benefited immensely, not just because they were recipients of this knowledge, but we believe that students had a lot to say. And it was reflected also in the composition of the students, that we had a very diverse bunch of students from across the country and specifically from states that were usually not represented in the classroom in a city like Bangalore. So we had students from Mizoram, from Manipur, from Meghalaya, from Arunachal Pradesh, who brought a totally different kind of understanding and ethic and set of values and norms into the classroom. And it was wonderful to be able to co-create a lot of what we learnt and what became the social work curriculum with our students. And we were constantly listening to our students, they were constantly learning from them as much as they were learning with us. And it was a magical set of years that I spent in the department, negotiating university structures, colleges and how colleges evolve. And being a very young department, I think we had a lot to learn and a lot of space to do what we could do. So I'm really grateful for that opportunity. And what was also most valuable, I think, about being in St. Joseph's College was not just that it allowed people to go out into diverse settings, and it created these unique opportunities. The fieldwork opportunities were sometimes extraordinary. I had students who went and worked with, who had interest in sports. So there was a student who was a basketballer who actually went out and worked with an orphanage, and his intervention there was entirely sports based, to talk about dignity, self-worth, a sense of teamwork, to be able to reduce violence within amongst the students, among the children who lived in the orphanage. And it was an extraordinary experience of being able to learn with him as he discovered the power of sports in a community setting, in an institutional setting. And along with this, I think it was not just that St. Joseph's College had students go out into fieldwork settings, it also created a space to bring people into the institution. So at any point you walked in, any week you walked into Xavier Hall, you would find different organizations, activists, academics, leaders of organizations deliberating about the most important issue of the moment, planning different kinds of activities, planning public engagement activities, planning protests, responsive work in the face of disasters. And I think that was the energy that was there, that was the sense of generosity and reciprocity that existed in the department and in the college. And that was what really defined the ethos of the social work department. So it was learning, learning was not just about a set of skills and theoretical understanding, but sharpening those skills and theoretical understanding in the real world based on a bedrock of certain kinds of values and a sense of care and empathy. And that was really the most exciting part of being in the St. Joseph's social work department. So all the best to the department as it completes its 15 years, and hope for many, many more years of creating young people who are idealistic, who have a set of skills and who act to be able to change the world and the lives of people that they touch.
My name is Lata Paul. I'm very happy to be teaching at this outstanding School of Social Work at St. Joseph's College, Bangalore. I am happy to say that the Department of Social Work is the face of the college. Father Ambrose Pinto SJ, a great visionary, was the one who established the department, through which he wanted to prepare young people to become the voice of the voiceless. As the department completes 15 years of meaningful existence, reaching out to the marginalized communities, I would like to extend my heartfelt appreciation and congratulations to the pillars of the department, each staff, non-teaching staff, students and management. Thank you.
It was in the year 2010 that I joined the Department of Social Work here at St. Joseph's College. I had the unique privilege of heading the department for 5 years, and as the department celebrates 15 years of its existence at St. Joseph's College, I want to wish the department all the best and pray for many more years of committed service to the larger humanity. Today, I remember with great respect and fondness the Reverend Dr. Father Ambrose Pinto, who founded this department. It was his vision that we become a department with a difference, touching the lives of people, fighting for justice, and upholding values of human rights. So, I want to wish the then department, now School of Social Work, all the best as it celebrates 15 years of social work education at St. Joseph's College. Congratulations.
A very good evening to one and all present here. On the outset, I would like to thank all the faculty of the past and the present who had sent your wishes, your congratulations, your blessings to us. I'm really feeling elated reading and viewing your videos and the wishes. Thanks to each one of you, and thanks for everyone who is listening to me right now. It is a very happy moment for all of us here as we celebrate this crystal anniversary jubilee of the School of Social Work of St. Joseph's College. Indeed, it is possible only because of the hard work and sincerity of all the former head of the departments, the BSW coordinators, the PG coordinators, the fieldwork coordinators. I think they have all rendered their services so well that makes what we are today. And I joined the department personally in the year 2016. This is my 6th year in the School of Social Work, and it's been a wonderful journey for me. I had only 2 simple personal goals for my life and an extra bonus goal that I had. And I think in this last 5 years, I was able to achieve all the more, enough and more I should say, that I think I'm now looking for newer goals to be set and newer journeys to reach upon. And I feel it is all done only because of the support that has been extended by the alumni, the staff, the students, as well as all the collaborators whom we have with us. Personally, for me to say, it's been a wonderful journey working here in the School of Social Work. I've had my ups and downs in the department, but it has always been a very good moment of learning for me. And I pick up that particular learning in a special way as we celebrate this crystal anniversary jubilee. I fondly remember all my predecessors who have worked, all those people who have helped me a lot in shaping myself as a better personality. Today what I am is mainly because of such kind of personalities who have been helping me out, and I should say my students and my colleagues have been a greater support for me. 2016 when I came to Bangalore, I was a newcomer, but I could say now that I have many people who I could call family. It's all possible only because of the support and the love that we have received from each other, as well as I would place on record my humble gratitude to the management of St. Joseph's College, who recruited me, who put their trust upon me, and who still feel that I could do even more better. Thanks to every one of you for your patient listening. God bless you all. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you once again. Now, I call upon Dr. Lavanya, Professor, School of Social Work, to deliver the word of thanks.
A very good evening to everyone connected with us today. Honorable guest speaker for today, respected officials of the college, our most valued invited guests, faculties, and students. It's my privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks on this Crystal Jubilee celebration. I thank God for His grace in bringing us thus far to celebrate the Crystal Jubilee celebration during a crisis time as this. A big thank you to Dr. Rita Narona, the Director, Center for Development Studies and Education, for your excellent speech on how to make the online education more relevant to our social work profession in today's context especially. And thank you for encouraging all of us with your ever student attitude, ma'am. We are inspired by your words, and thank you so much, ma'am. We would like to also take this opportunity to place on record our hearty thanks to our beloved Principal, Father Dr. Victor Lobo, for his presidential address and reminding us of greater things ahead and continuing to motivate. Thank you, Father. And I also thank the rector, Father Dr. Sriba De Silva, the registrar, and the entire management for constantly supporting and encouraging us. I also thank Dr. Godfrey, the head, for the welcome address, Father Dr. Augustine, the dean, for briefing us with the relevance of the celebration, and Professor Viola for connecting us and introducing the speaker for today. I thank Dr. Christina Rabinathan, the former head of the department, for her tribute to Sister Valsa, and Professor Kiran Jeevan, also the former head of the department, for his tribute to Father Ambrose Pinto. I also thank all the former faculties and the present faculties of our department for your wishes through your videos and making it even more special. Well, dear all, a celebration like this cannot happen overnight. The wheels start rolling months ago. It requires planning and a bird's eye for details. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by the dean and the head, and especially the conveners, Professor Lata Paul and Professor Kiran Jeevan, for their tireless effort in contacting the alumni, the former faculties of the department, and the speakers for both the days. It has been tremendous. They are highly motivated, they're dedicated, and they are the go-getters, and they got the best this time too. Thank you so much, sir and ma'am. I also appreciate the efforts of Dr. Gokul and his newsletter team for the great job done. Thank you so much, Gokul and your team. Thank you, Upasna, for that invocation. And I'm sure all of you will agree with me that the video sent by all the students and faculties who were and part of the department took us down the memory lane. It was the effort of all our students, especially Sagar and Vigila from BSW and Aishwarya from MSW, who compiled all these videos. Thank you, dear students, for this wonderful work that you have done. I also thank all the class reps for their help, and they've helped us with the logistics and other aspects of the program. Thank you, students. And congrats, Monica, for that graceful emceeing. You've done a good job. Yes, and last but not the least, all of you are dear well-wishers of the department, be it the faculties who are former and now, and the alumni and all the students who are currently with us. Thank you so much for your overwhelming response. Thank you once again. Stay safe, stay blessed. Have a pleasant evening. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am, for your words. And thus we come to the end of today's program. Before we wind up, I have a few announcements to be made. Tomorrow, we will be having our 10th Social Justice Lecture as 2 sessions with Reverend Dr. Walsin Thampu at 4 p.m. and Ms. Testa speaking for us at 6 p.m. By 5 p.m., we have a special program for our alumni. All are invited. Your feedback forms have been put on the chat box on YouTube as well as Zoom. We kindly request you to fill them off. I sign off by saying, let us rise, shine, and be the change makers. I'd like to thank each one of you for honoring our crystal anniversary celebrations by your presence, and we continue to look forward to your guidance and support in the years to come. Thank you all once again, and good evening.